So I found me roll of red tape. Somebody sent this in to me, oh, ages ago. And in fact, he commented not long ago, you haven't done it yet. So I hadn't, because a daughter number 2, had borrowed this, and she either didn't bring it back or she hid it. Anyway, it's come to light, so I saw it, I remembered, it's going to get done today. The other thing that's going to get done today is I am going to change over the sight. Oh, hello. Just noticed that when my number plate lights has popped out. So that's another thing we're going to do. We're going to repair that. I presume that's just going to pop back in. I expect topping out on the golf course, tree branch, something, clipped that and taking it down. Hopefully it's just going to pop in. So anyway, we're going to put that back. We're going to change that sight over, and then that nasty unsightly bit of black tape up there. If the black tape's all right, it'll probably stay on there, and I'll just put the red tape over the top. But that's what this is for, is to try and, it's a similar colour, it's to try and hide the nasty hole that I've got in the cab roof. So I think the order we'll do this in is going to be, we'll do this first. But to do this, I need to get the tractor on a bit of a slope so the oil's facing the right way, or I get oil everywhere. So we'll do that chap first. Then we'll probably warm the oil up on the tractor. I've got a little ditty bit of topping to do. I might just go do a little bit of topping, get the engine oil warmed up, and then we can drain the oil. I've got to find my drain tub, which should be in the barn, and if I can't, I'll have to make another one, not the end of the world. We'll drain the oil, then we'll whip the filters off, and then we'll put new filters on, and then we'll blow the air filter. The air filter's okay. I didn't buy new air filters because we haven't done that much dusty work with this thing. This thing spends most of its time in the barn, so it doesn't need new air filters that often. I'll tap them and blow them out. So yeah, so we'll go through the filters. We'll probably pull the radiators out and make sure they're clean as well. So just basically get everything kind of ready for when we get busy. Right, I need something to cock my wheel up, and I think I'm going to use that. Will it be enough? Right, I don't need the engine oil, the gearbox oil hot, so that can go off for a minute. Let's go and have a look, see if it's empty of oil. There's still a wee bit in the bottom. I might have to do this a bit quick, or get that a bit higher. I could get that a bit higher, couldn't I? That's definitely higher. Right then, I need to make a bit of a mental note of how tight this is, because it's plastic. Not very tight is the answer. No, that didn't take much undoing at all. So that means don't do it up very tight. Luckily it's all nice and clean there because TH Whites gave it a jolly good power wash off. Let's undo that one first. There is a little bit of seepage, but not a terrific amount. Let's have you ready to go back in there, shall we? We don't need that on there. We do need that in there though. Okay. You got to go in there. And you got to go in there. We are losing a little bit of oil, but not a lot. I think that's done it. I can definitely see better in there now. I'll keep this guy. I mean, I couldn't see that from the back. If you look straight on from the front, you kind of can, but this is all crazed up. So, yeah, that's better. There's tidy. Thought that might happen. Right, should we get off this hill? So again, I'll leave this on there. It's actually fracturing around that hole there, but I'm gonna a bit longer on this one, I think. Try and secure that crack as well. Okay, so close up, it's not pretty, but it is the right colour, and it will at least give that some support where that crack goes down there. So we'll see how long it lasts. Right, we are back. It's half an hour after the last shot. I got waylaid. We had some visitors who wanted to negotiate a price, and it's like, yeah, I'm quite happy to negotiate a price on something, that's no problem. This is a service that we provide. Can you do it for this? Yes, but only if you do that. Oh. So, well, you know, it's give and take. I'm happy to give a bit, but yeah, it's not a one-way street, so it's not a charity. And it's like, all right, fair enough. Right, we got a little bit of grass we're going to cut. I'm only doing this really to warm the engine up. Don't need to do this, but yeah, we're just going to top this bit of the common out here. A little bit of a tidy up. Warm the engine up. Drain some oil. I'm going to do that bloody bull's mane down there too. my mowers won't quite reach the edge of the road because the road's so, it's a long way, it's nearly a foot between the top of the grass here and the road surface, and where the edge of the bank has been eroded, I'm a bit nervous about getting the mower too close to it in case I fall off of it, which would be bad, bearing in mind it's right on that bend and this is a 60-mile-an-hour road. So yeah, so I'm just going to run the machine over that and get rid of that bull's mane. We'll have some flashing lights on, we'll have some other lights on, just to give folks a fair warning. I wouldn't normally waste time, fuel and energy doing something like this, but literally all I want to do is warm the engine up so I can change oil, so I got to do something, I might as well do this. So we'll set the mower up first. We'll push him out a little bit, only a little bit. We'll drop them down. We'll fire them up. Didn't take very long, did it? Right, just tidied it up a little bit. Those little wisps left on the roadside, they always used to really annoy my mother. Yeah, so Mum, I did that for you. Not dead level, but it's quite level. Right, the eagle-eyed of you will have noticed, or will notice, I turn the tractor around. That's because the ground does slope slightly, ever so slightly that way. So that's the way I'm having him tilted, ever so slightly that way. I don't know, I reckon someone struggled to get that out of there. He looks a bit rounded off to me. I might have to go from the other side after all. Well, filters this side, so we'll just check the numbers on this and make sure they match up with what I've got on the new one before I go taking that off. But yeah, Do you know what? The plug that side isn't a lot better. But that's a hex, isn't it? Right. This may turn out to be not quite as straightforward as I anticipated. I don't know if this is going to work or not. He's in there tight. So, This is where I slip and take the bark off my knuckles now. Yeah, he is in there tight. Right. I don't think the Torx head is the right way to do this. I need to go and get, I've just looked in my toolbox, I do not have a socket size Allen to fit that. Bugger. I'm just gonna chew that off. I think we might be coming back and warming the tractor up again later on. All right, I'll just try something else first. Is it you? It's not you, so it must be you. Got the right size Allen key, sort of, but I can't get the leverage on that, so if I can't lever it, I have to tap it. I've never really done like that. Can I put any leverage on that? Not a lot, but maybe a bit if I get it in there. Sure, it doesn't need to be that tight, does it? Does it need to be that tight? Let's try a bit of reverse psychology, shall we? I suppose the worst comes to worst, if I do round this off, I do at least have the other side. That's not what we want to do. I don't want to have to get a chisel on here to get you out of there, do I? No. Thing is, this is a bodged tool. I've obviously done this for something else some other time. Try. Yeah. Oh, it moved. I don't know if I caught that or not. Literally, I put some pressure on it. That's actually a bar off of our turf winch. And I put a bit of pressure on it, and literally, as he went crack and slackened, battery ran out on here. So I don't know if I caught it or not, but anyway, he's loose. He says, yeah, there he goes. Cracked him off. Right, I need to go and find something to drain the fluids into. Right, I couldn't find my old drain bucket, and I couldn't find the old funnel for draining oil. So what I've done is I've kind of fashioned a makeshift funnel. Unfortunately, these pipes are in the way a little bit, but the idea is that'll sit on there up tight to the engine, which I will in a minute. That'll catch any splashback if I get it in there fast enough, and yeah, then that should drain into the big tank, and then I can seal it off in there. That's the plan. So, right, I think I might just fire her up and just get a bit more temperature back in the engine before I open that plug. Can't be far away now. We want a little bit of a top up. Nearly. That'll do. He's in the middle. So I'm just gonna take the plug out and leave it for a couple of hours. I'm gonna let every last bit I can drain out of there. Getting ready to stick my finger in a hole if it comes out too fast. Right. I'm just going to leave that. Nothing nasty on there. I don't know if he's magnetic or not. Oh bugger, now I got it dirty. Are you magnetic? No. So now I've got to clean it. That can drain for an hour. Pretty sure there's no airlock anywhere in there, but we'll have that off there anyway. Water's good. Fluid's good. Radiators all look pretty good actually. Yeah. Not much blocking that. We'll run the blower through there as well, just to make sure she's nice and clean. These two guys are all right. Okay, I'm going to shoot down and see my dad. Leave that for a couple of hours just to drain out. All locked up, just lock the back window and everything. All done. I can't blow the radiators out because the tree team have taken both blowers. I don't know why they need two, but they've got both blowers. So we'll have to do that one another day. What's stuck in there? Nothing. We'll do them back up. And I can't forget to do it if it's done now. Go on, bite. There you go. One. It's quite useful that. Pull all the radiators. It means I can get to every single radiator and clean them out. So, right. That can just go on dribbling away quietly. Looks like somebody has sent me something. Did I order something? Oh, bloody hell! Return address is Wigan. I don't think I ordered whatever that is. Intriguing. Okay. So a friend of ours, Peter, said he was sending me some screws. And these arrived in the post the other day. And I thought they were from Peter. But I'm not sure if someone else hasn't sent me them, or if this is because I think this is nuts and bolts. I might be wrong. No. It's well packaged. Oh. Okay. Well, I got the best of both worlds. Some very extremely kind person, which I think might have been Peter. There's nothing on there. If you live in Wigan, Peter, unless that's the sender where it came from, thank you. I now have a lovely set of nuts and bolts and a box of screws. Sorted. Do you know what? I think that's because I couldn't find a screw to put that Fox sign up. Anyway, whoever sent it, thank you very much indeed.